Before I start the video, I have to thank you. As of recording this, I have 1.5 thousand subscribers. And I don't know what to say. I was stuck at 30 subscribers for months, and it felt like nobody was interested in what I had to say and what I was making. If you compare it to other channels, it might not be as big, but it's way more than I ever thought I'd get. I'm in the process of being monetized right now. Like, the idea that I could get paid for my hobby of making videos, it makes me want to cry. And apparently 14% of you have my notifications on. Not to sound stupid or anything, but that means a lot to me. The fact that anybody likes my videos enough to want to be notified when I post, it blows my mind, honestly. Thank you. It's really, really cool. Alright, enough of that. Let's start. I don't like going on Reddit very often, but one of the few places of Reddit that I just can't get enough of is the subreddit Am I the Asshole? It's a place where people post these situations that they're in, and they're trying to figure out if they're in the wrong, and the community gets to judge them on whether they or a different party mentioned are the asshole. And today, there is a wild one. I don't even know what to say to prepare you for this. Like, I'm genuinely at a loss for words. So I am going to read you this post, and let's see if you can figure out who, in this scenario, is the asshole. The title is, Am I the asshole for wanting to name my daughter after a Star Wars character? Okay. Sounds good. Let's begin. My wife and I are huge fans of the Star Wars movies. Huge. We met while camping out for the premiere of The Force Awakens. Our spark was instant. And just a year later, I proposed with a ring hanging from the arm of a Rey Funko figure, and she said yes. So they're Star Wars fans. That's cool. I grew up watching the franchise too. I could name almost all the characters. It's a fun franchise. That's cool. Everything about us is Star Wars, and I mean everything. From what we watch, to what we play, to our home decor. Our friends think we are a bit nutty, but have always respected it until my wife got pregnant, and we shared the name we wanted when we found out we were having a girl. Captain Phasma. The whole name, like Mary Kate. I know that's a lot, but I'm not going to say anything until I've read the whole post. We need to know every part of this before we can decide who the asshole is. She's due in 6 weeks, and once we announced the name on a Zoom meeting with our family and closest friends, they went from being happy and excited to appalled. They think we are messing up the child for this. My wife and I were both bullied as kids, including myself, for having a name associated with a girl. Example, Jordan. And we think a strong name would make other kids in awe of our daughter, especially once you have a tie-in to Gwendolyn Christie, who's basically a warrior. Our daughter should be both respected and feared. My parents are begging us to consider naming our girl Gwendolyn, or Brienne even, for Christie's Game of Thrones character. Honestly, it's a sore point with my wife and me, because she watched the show behind my back and it bothers me. And my parents know this, so I definitely would not consent to naming her Brienne, even though I respect Christie and her talents in the clips I've seen. So, am I the asshole, or are we the asshole, for wanting to name our daughter after the strong female character from our favorite movies? I feel like between Star Wars being where we got our start, and our lives, basically, that it shouldn't be so bad. Alright, that is the whole post. What? So, my initial reaction is, don't do that. Your children should not be billboards for your fandoms. You are allowed to like Star Wars movies without branding your child as a part of that passion. These people are super fans, right? They met at the premiere. They shaped their lives around it. It sounds like their house is Star Wars themed. This franchise is obviously very important to them. And it makes sense why, if their daughter is important to them, they'd want to associate them with their passion. But there is no guarantee that their daughter is going to like Star Wars. Maybe she's more of a Harry Potter girl. And there's especially no guarantee that their daughter is going to like being named after Captain Phasma. And let's talk about Captain Phasma for a second. Who is Captain Phasma? No, I'm legitimately asking. Yes, I know it's the big, chrome, shiny stormtrooper general, but she had like 10 scenes in 2 movies. When you name your children after fictional characters, you are forever tying their identity to a character that you can't control the perception of. He mentions how he and his wife were bullied and that they want their daughter to have a strong name. A strong name that would, quote, make other kids in awe of our daughter. So they decided to name her Captain? Here's the thing. If any kid has a name that is slightly out of the ordinary, they're gonna get made fun of it. And I would know, my name is Duncan. For years when I was a kid, people would call me Dunkin' Donuts, and that was just my nickname for years. Sometimes even in college, people will call me Dunkin' Donuts. It just comes with the territory, honestly. If my parents had been fans of Lord of the Rings and had named me Bilbo, I probably would have gotten bullied a little bit more than the name Duncan. He even mentions that he proposed to his wife using a Rey Funko figure. You know what's a really nice, normal passing name? Rey. But apparently, that would be too simple. Because if you read the comments, you will see that this guy is one of those Star Wars fans who thinks that Rey, as a character, was too blah. So you think that Rey was blah. But you also think that Captain Phasma is a worthy namesake for your daughter? I think we can all agree that naming your children after fictional characters is a messy game. But at the end of the day, we are not the parents in this situation. These people get to name their daughter whatever the hell they want. It's their right. It's their daughter. We don't get to choose the names of other people's kids. And of course, if the kid grows up and hates the name, she'll probably change it, and it won't matter. And hell, there's a chance that this kid grows up and loves the name Captain Phasma. We don't know. For me, it's just an issue of identity. Choosing a name with a brand associated is essentially assigning your kid an identity and a perception that they did not get to make. So that's why I made the video. Not to judge, but I guess just be careful. If you think these people are assholes, that's fine. At the end of the day, it's more stupid than anything. I don't think they're being assholes by naming their daughter Captain Phasma, but it's just not something I would ever do. But at the end of the day, they get to do what they want. So, Captain Phasma, if you're watching this video in the future, I hope life turned out to be okay for you. Hopefully in the future, you can be friends with my future kid, ᶫᵒᵒ. Thank you for watching, you guys. Again, thank you for 1.5 thousand subscribers. That still blows my mind. It means so much to me that you like these little videos I make in my childhood bedroom. Like, I don't understand how this happened, but I'm so thankful. You are the reason I'm doing this, and it's so fun, and I'm not going to stop. So, thank you. I love you. You're the best. Don't name your kids Phasma.